Class to BTV lesson number 2. Again, we're looking at this little purple and black program down here. It looks real sleek. BTV. And again, if it's not on the dock, come up to the search spotlight, type in BTV, and it'll pop open. Sometimes really fast, sometimes kind of slow. Usually it'll open up. It'll say something like factory audition pattern, or it might say the pattern from the last person who was on here. Obviously you don't want to mess with anyone else's pattern. So here's my Mr. Keel super beat. I click down under user patterns, double click on it for it to open up all the patterns, and I double click on my pattern and it's opened. If I want to edit it, I can come down here and hit edit. In this case, let's just go and let's do a whole new beat, and let's show you some of the slightly more advanced stuff to do with beat thing. So I clicked new. So it says edit new pattern, edit new pattern, edit new pattern. That's how you know you're in the right area. You'll see this is blank here. That lets you know you haven't selected an instrument yet. I'm going to click on injection drum kits, double click on that, FX kit. And I can use the mouse to click. And I get that crazy kind of laser thing. Everything's default set on a 4-bar length, meaning that it'll go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it repeats 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go and press the circle and then the triangle, you hear the metronome kick in, and I can hit the button here. Whoa, and I got that cool sound effects kind of thing. There it is repeating. Okay, so this is my first what's called a track. These are all the tracks. So I am on track 1. Let's say I've decided this is an advanced technique here that I hate track 1. So I'm on track 1. I can come up here, I can click on the number 1. This is very important. I click on the number 1 here, and I come down here into my kind of action menu area, and I click the magical delete button. Boom. It'll say, are you sure you want to delete all track data? And you say all. And now, if I listen to this on playback, there will not be that spacey noise anymore. Nothing. It's blank. Zip, zero, nada is there because I deleted the whole track. So, what I'm going to do now is, let's choose another instrument, since that's FX sound effects is kind of hard to make music out of. Click on the dub kit. On my keyboard, I'm going to hit the A button, which is this down here. Boom, 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 boom. I get that cool noise I like. So I'm just going to throw down like some techno music. It's like house music that moves real fast. So I hit the circle and then triangle to record. So I'm just going to hit this button a bunch of times, all the way up till I hit my 4-bar length. And then you'll see, there it is, it's repeating. So I have that loop going. Let me hit the square to stop. Now I'm going to teach you how to delete an individual note. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to use the arrows right here that I'm clicking on to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit record and play. On the keyboard, there's a button called the control button. It's like usually on the bottom left-hand corner of the keyboard, and it says control. So what I'm going to do to delete a note that I don't like, I'm going to hit record and play. See that right here? I'm going to hold down control and click on the A. And what that's going to do is this loops through the song. As it plays, it's going to delete all of that note that's on there. See, now it's just this. I could lay down new stuff if I'm not pressing the control button. Here's new stuff. Now I'm hitting the G key on the keyboard. And you probably can kind of hear the do. Now if I wanted to delete this, I would press the control button, hold it down, and I can delete that whole note that I programmed in there. Ta-da. Good to go. Now, the funny thing about me as you see me running this drum kit here is I have absolutely no musical experience. I don't know anything about notes. See, right here, I'm circling around. These tell you your F and your G and your A. I don't know anything about notes. I do know buttons on a keyboard. You press the T button to get that sound. You press the G button on the keyboard. All those buttons, and stuff happens. Alright, so let me show you a few more advanced things. I showed you how to delete a track. Again, let's say I like this track. So this is my track 1. I record all this stuff. And I decide I don't like it. I click on 1. I click delete. I click all, and it's good to go. You feel like you've learned everything about this program, but you just got the beginning. So let's say I'm going to do a 1-bar length, really quick, easy beat, and I go like this. If I want to make this song go faster, I can click this tempo button here. The metronome will speed up, and now I have like 240 BPM. And now it sounds like a bunch of like racket. If I want to slow it back down, I can slowly click the tempo button. And now it's way slower. And you can hear the metronome slow down too and speed up. Okay, so I showed you how to mess around with the BPM. It's up here, it shows you that. I showed you how to mess around and delete a track or delete an individual note. Let's say I just want to start on track 7 here, and I come down and I choose the Laylaw drum kit, the kicks. Now, if I'm pressing the S key on the keyboard, watch this. I'm going to bank up. There's like a bank for each group of instruments, and that's different. So this is bank number 3, and I finally found something I like. So I can just banging on the buttons here. Now it should loop. There, it's looped. Now I can go down a bank again and do this. The banks just offer you more to do. I'm going to hit stop now. I'm going to show you the last of the advanced techniques I want to teach you today. First of all, again, I'm going to show you how to save. I hit save. I'm going to save my pattern. This is Mr. Keel, another demo. Then I delete backwards. I click under user, and that's saved. Now let's say that I think this song is the most genius song I've ever made, and I want to export it so I can get it in Final Cut and put it into my movie. I go over here to the magical export button. Bing bing. I hit export there. Make sure that it says live here. If it says something else, it's wrong. It needs to say live. Boom. Then you hit record and play. And this little progress bar will start going, and it's live exporting. Doop doop doopy doopy doop doop doopy doopy doop doop boom boom doopy doopy doop doop. So it's live exporting. You can count to like 60 because you want your song to be long enough to cover whatever you're doing in your movie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to cut a little short for the purpose of demo here. I press stop. It's now says user. I already have a title for this. I click on user, and my song has now been exported. And if you look down on the bottom over here, there's an export file that should be attached to your dock. If you click on that, you'll look for Mr. Keel, another demo, and then literally you could just take it and you can drag it into your Final Cut project if you have it open. It's that easy. I accidentally dragged it onto the desktop here. I don't want that. I just throw it in the trash. That's all you got to do. Alright guys, thank you for taking the time from learning. You have a great day.